Welcome back, and today we're talking about the Promised Neverland Season 2 Episode 5, and this is where the anime starts to go off into the anime original content. Now, I have yet to read the manga. I'm probably going to go do that over the weekend. I have the Viz Media app. I am 100% ready to go. I am a huge hater. I hate filler content with a passion. Now this, you can argue that it's filler, you can say it's, anime original, but to me it is filler because at the end of the day we do have a manga that they were adopting in in season 1, and I haven't read the manga, so I don't know how good season 1 adaptation was. And looking into what other people have been saying about season 2, they definitely skipped a lot of important parts. So I really want to go read the manga to see just how much of a difference it really is, because I'm telling you right now, I really hate filler with a passion. Now, I am going to continue to watch the anime because I am interested in the world of the Promised Neverland, and honestly, I do prefer anime over manga. It just so happens that I feel like this is the wrong choice. I honestly wish they would have continued to actually adapt the manga. I really want to know why they went this route. Maybe later on in a couple of years, they'll reboot the series. I really don't understand why, because I know the manga is complete. I just don't get why they went anime original. I guess we'll find out whenever I read the manga, just to see if there's a big impact in the story. But before we jump into what happened in this episode, let me remind you to like and subscribe. It definitely helps the channel out, and of course, I greatly appreciate it. But this episode of The Promised Neverland is a time skip. We see 1 year has gone past since the attack on the bunker that they used to have. The kids, they're struggling. Emma, Ray, they are struggling. And honestly, I feel really bad for them because, they're just kids at the end of the day, right? And they're living over here just eating herbs, just soup every day. They're definitely 100% struggling, and the struggle is real, but they are adapting to the demon world. And I'm glad that we got to see one of the main demon towns, right? We got to see one of their cities and the way they operate, and it was really disturbing seeing the way they had body parts, like human body parts, right? I wonder how they're getting those. I'm guessing they're coming from the farms. And also very early on in the episode, they kind of hinted that the farms are getting attacked, and we just don't know by who or by what. I thought that it was, Emma and Ray, that they were attacking the farms to get some kids out. But after we actually know the way that they're living, that's obviously not the case. They don't have the resources to go back and forth and rescue other kids. As a matter of fact, they even brought it up in this episode that in a whole year, they honestly just been surviving. They don't have the luxury, the necessary equipment. They don't have anything to actually go back into the farms and attack them. So that leads me to believe that it could be another set of humans or something else. Or maybe it's even the cliffhanger that we got at the end of the episode, because we find out that Norman is alive in this episode. I am a little disappointed by that. Hopefully they have some pretty good answers to that, because I'm at a loss for this one. But we're going to talk about that later. Now, on the other big part that happened in this episode that I was really intrigued by is how the demons actually work. We see some demon kids. I'm guessing they're trying to give like a human nature to the demons, right? Make them seem like they're actually like us. If you really compare the demons to us right now, we're essentially the same, right? We love to eat meat. I love a good medium rare steak. And while yes, those are animals, when you look at the Promised Neverland as a whole, as the world that it takes place in, it just so happens that the humans are not at the top of the food chain, right? They're part of the food chain when it comes to the demons. And seeing the demon kids kind of, they're something is wrong with them. They seem to be sick and they need, human meat. So it seems like that's part of their diet, and that the demons actually need it in some type, way, or form. Now, it could be that they really don't need it, because we know in episode like 2 and 3, when we met those other demons, they actually don't eat human beings, and they live like that. So I really am confused by that. Again, it's one of those things where it's going anime original. I don't know if they're just making that as a whole new point to make it make sense that they need humans to survive. I don't know if they're throwing that out the window. I just don't know. That's why I want to read the manga, because I want to know if the demons need the humans to eat and in order to survive, because those other demons that were chasing the kids, they made it a point to say that their kids needed human meat in order to survive, to go through the little sickness that they have. And I will say, whenever they found out that there were humans in the town, I was really worried for them. I even knew right off the bat that it was a bad idea to get a large group of kids to go into the town. I mean, that's just a disaster move. Somebody's going to get caught. They definitely needed to keep that party very, very small. I mean, 4 people tops. And even then, I think that's too much, right? So whenever they got found out, I was really worried about them. And I don't think they're out of the water either, because when they were in the temple and the other blind demon showed up to offer food to the little temple that he went into, you know, Emma helped the demon out, and I feel like the demon figured it out. Like maybe by the smell, and whenever Emma got really close to the demon, I mean, he is blind, and you know, his sense of smell is probably like way too much. So he probably could tell that those people in the temple were humans, and he's probably going to get people to come in and get those kids. It will make sense, especially when we heard the offering that he gave, right? Like the little prayer saying that he wished the farms would give more meat to the population because the town is going to go crazy. There's like a shortage of human meat in the town. So I think they're not out of the water yet. Maybe Norman, since we found out at the end of the episode that he's still alive, maybe he's able to help. Maybe he's able to get them to like another part of the world where there's another bunker, more humans. I don't know, because whenever Norman saved Emma and Ray, there was other people around Norman, right? Other demons. I'm guessing those are other humans in disguise, and they look to be adults as well. So, I mean, it seems kind of easy that they just can make a makeshift costume and they can pass as demons. I feel like that's a little too easy. I don't know how that works. Again, I'm sure they will explain that later on. But I will say, when it comes to Norman still being alive, they really do need to explain that, and they need to explain it very soon. I don't want to have to wait 10 episodes to know how he's still alive, because it just doesn't make any sense unless you know, Mother made a deal. I don't know, but I honestly thought that Norman was dead, and that's what I liked about The Promised Neverland, because we actually lost some very important characters early on. I mean, I'm guessing after watching season 2 and seeing how not a single kid has died yet after going to this unknown world, the plot armor seems to be very big when it comes to The Promised Neverland. But we'll see. There could still be some potential losses down the road, but as of right now, I am really disappointed with Norman still being alive, because I mean, I took that death as a little introduction to the world of The Promised Neverland, right? That no kid is safe, and now that he's alive, well, now from now on, I'm just going to think that nobody's going to die in this series. I really do hope next episode they explain it, and I hope it makes sense. It's not like a Deus Ex Machina or anything crazy like that. Overall, it was a really entertaining episode. Again, it went anime original, so I don't know just how different it was from the manga, right? It could have been a whole new storyline that didn't even exist in the manga, for all I know. That's why I'm going to go read the manga over the weekend. Overall, good episode, very entertaining. I have a lot of questions, and hopefully the answers to those questions don't disappoint. But let me know in the comments, are you excited that the anime is going anime original, or are you disappointed by it? Let me know in the comments, and like always, make sure to like, subscribe, and I will see you on the next episode.